Okay, guys, welcome back to the Sisters Show. And this week is one of our new things that we're doing, and I'm actually really freaking excited about it.
Me too.
It's going to be our story time episode, and God only knows what will be on every story time episode, but it's basically going to be all the tea.
Yeah.
So for this one, I'm going to take the lead.
You guys are not ready for this. Okay. The past 2 weeks have been, is it 2 weeks? Yeah.
Because it feels like it's been a month, honestly.
Because it was, when was it? It was when I was back. Okay. So let's just start by saying I was almost going to be an aunt again. We thought.
Yes.
And Jackie, at the grown age of, how old are you?
I'm going to be 37.
Okay. At the grown age of almost 37.
Pushing 40.
Took about 74,000 pregnancy tests.
Okay. Let me tell you the story. So back after I had Luke, who's 6, I have a very thin cervix. I had one natural birth with Yanni, and then the other 3 were C-sections. We don't need to get into the details with that, okay? Shh. We have my dogs here, so they're trying to make a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm not going to lie. I do feel like I was bullied into having a tubal ligation, which is... Hold, please. Which is basically they snip your tubes out. And I think that going off of the health topics that a lot of people want to hear from us, I do think we should do a tubal ligation episode. But is she taking a picture in the middle? Oh, okay. My dog looks really funny the way he's sitting.
I'll post it on something so you guys can see like the position.
Okay. So I had a tubal ligation. In essence, they cut your tubes out. They don't burn them.
Snip.
They don't tie them anymore. They cut them out. And it actually, they say it makes it so that you don't get a certain amount of cancers. But I don't recommend this procedure because it put me into peri and menopause symptoms. Like I'm talking about weight gain, hot flashes, hormones all out of whack, no libido. It was a nightmare. I have been able to reverse all those symptoms naturally because that's what I do. But it's been almost 7 years since the snip situation. And
feels like yesterday.
I have normal periods. I still have my ovaries. Thank God I fought for those because they want to take everything out because they just want us to be like these sterile, like I don't even know what. But let's get to the point. Even though I have no bad symptoms, I have a very great ovulation. I know when I'm ovulating. The funny thing is over a year ago, I bought ancestral supplements. I take their liver. I've taken their like heart before. Like I know that sounds so weird, but
no, I think most people know that brand they're known for their beef liver supplements.
And I love them, by the way. Well, I saw on their site that they made one for women's hormones, and I'm always, Athena, can you stop?
Do you hear the sound?
Put it up to it. That'll scare her. I can't talk still. Okay. I still have COVID 5000.
That's what it sounds like. Look at Alpha.
He's backing it up. Why do I sound like this?
Alpha.
Oh.
He's a cute little baby.
Yeah. He's cute again.
Alpha, do you want to podcast with me? Come stay with me. All right, keep talking.
Okay. So I grabbed these supplements, and what they are and what they have in them are grass-fed
cow ovaries and cow uterus and cow tubes,
fallopian tubes
and cow eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the eggs.
And basically what happened was they were about to expire, and instead of like taking 1 or 2 and then building up to a normal amount, I just started
this bitch overdosed on ovaries.
I did. And what happened was last month when I was on ovulation, I had bleeding, which was not normal.
No.
Like bleeding to the point where like I was in a bathing suit and had to like put a tampon in.
So what happened was the days that you were in your ovulation phase, I was at your house.
Right.
You come out and you're like, I'm bleeding. Like spotting. Yeah. And I was like, that's weird. Like I've heard of some people maybe having weird, little whatever, but this one was like, I'm literally gonna put a tampon inside, like to go to the sandbar. And
but I'm
like
36 and I've never had bloody,
it's not normal for you.
Bloody ovulation because of course Dr. Google told me that's actually a really good sign of fertility, and I'm like, bitch, I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to get pregnant right now. So then Athena at the time, which I didn't even think of it was funny, Joey saw them because it's called like femme enhancement, which sounds like I'm trying to like grow my clit or something. which I wasn't trying to do. Anyway, so for my whole ovulation, as I'm taking these vitamins and supplements religiously, I feel good. I just had the spotting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I keep taking them because I don't want to waste money. Like they're about to
You don't
expire.
want to throw them down the drain.
And they're great vitamins.
Yeah.
So it's like 120 vitamins. I think I took them in the whole month.
Mistake number 1. Don't overdose on beef, cow, ovary, uterus, fallopian tube supplements because you will.
Listen, there is a science behind this as far as like they say nose to tail. Like if you have a heart problem, you should eat the heart of.
Right.
Like I'm not that crazy.
No,
but I took
I
too
don't
many.
think it's that. I don't think you're crazy for taking them. I think that's great. I think the fact that you took that many in one
sitting
small period of time is like
with me
insane. And so here's my question, because I'm a review girl. Did you read reviews before you bought them?
Of course.
And
none of them said what I saw today.
Really?
I didn't look for the 1-star review. I see on Amazon I looked for it because once this happened, I was like, I need to find a bad review. Okay. So when you go to Amazon, people are like, I've never been so horny. Like I have energy. I'm sleeping better. People who went through menopause are sleeping better. People were talking about having a WAP, which I already have, but who doesn't want more of a WAP?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Clear discharge, like so horny. So I was like, okay, yes, I got that.
Yeah, like sign me up.
Sign me up.
And you did get signed up.
And then after the bloody ovulation,
yeah,
had sex with Sean, but I was so off last month. Like I told you this multiple times. It was the least amount of sex we ever had in a month.
Yeah.
Wasn't normal for us.
Right.
Like if Sean was on the episode right now, he'd be like, I had sex once in the last like 30,
month,
which is not even true. You know how dramatic they are, but instead of it being every day, it was like twice a week. And he was starving.
Not the starvation.
He's never satisfied. I could screw him twice a day and he still wants more.
That is so bizarre to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so bizarre.
And we have great sex, but he always says to me, like, kill me and shoot me in the head if I don't want to have sex with you. Like, he doesn't want to live a life that doesn't include being horny and hard for his wife. And I mean, I'm here for it.
No, I mean, that's great. And you should be
But
here
sometimes I'm overtouched, overstimulated.
Yeah.
And when I'm taking 120
ovaries.
So basically, guys, what it
the
did.
more we say it out loud, the crazier it sounds.
What it did is it made my body feel like it was motherfucking pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm talking bloated, nausea, titties are hurting, pimples are coming out. I usually have really good skin. And so what happened was, instead of PMS, it was pregnancy. My ass goes and buys 4 pregnancy tests.
Yeah.
I get the cheap one first. So I'm like,
yeah.
bitch,
she started with the line ones because I was like, did you get the digital ones that say like pregnant, not pregnant? She was like, no, like I'm not wasting, because those are like double the price, whatever. It's like
and I'm over here thinking I grew my fucking fallopian tubes back.
Right.
Which, by the way, happens to 1 in 200 women, I found out.
Which is a lot.
That's a fucking lot. And if any bitch is going to grow them back, it's me.
It is. So she's texting me for like the past 2 weeks.
Past 2 weeks. This
literally
is real time, guys.
Like telling me
you're
all
really
her
getting
symptoms.
the tea.
It's not coming. Every day we would wake up. I would wait for like a text message saying like my period's here.
You need to share a reel with the audio and put a screenshot of a text from me being like, am I fucking pregnant? That would be so funny to be a clickbait.
And no, I'll do that. And it was literally like, I genuinely was like, oh my gosh.
Concerned.
Like, I'm going to be an aunt again, like I am, and it's just gonna happen. And like,
if God gave me a healthy pregnancy,
of course. But I think, which I'm not a mother yet, so I don't know, but I think that in your brain, you're probably like, you close that chapter of your life. In your mind, you're like, okay, I have kids to raise.
But then it was a mind fuck because I'm like, oh my gosh, it would be so cute to have a baby again. And then I'm like, fuck, I just got my body back. And then like back and forth every day. Babe, what would you do if we had a baby? And he's like, I would be so happy. Then I'm like, oh, I forgot how like he loves babies.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, do I want to have another baby? Like it was like a whole thing.
No, goodbye.
It wasn't like I was, oh wait, this is funny. This is the funny part. So when I took the first pregnancy test, I filmed it.
No.
I set my phone up and I fucking filmed it.
So
just in case.
I need to see that video. I need to see like the dramatics of like, oh, I'm not pregnant. Like I need to see it.
I'm staring over at it like this.
Like you're 14.
It's amazing. At
teen pregnancy.
37 years old, I'm having a teen pregnancy. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this baby.
It's honestly...
Listen, I have my period. There's currently a tampon up the vagina.
She's not pregnant, guys.
I'm not pregnant, but it took 4 pregnancy tests. And in my defense, my period was 11 days late.
That is late. That is very late.
11 days with all the pregnancy symptoms. So here's what happened. My period was 4 days late and I peed on the stick and it said no and no. I text Athena and I'm like, okay, I'm not pregnant. I'm just crazy.
Yeah.
So then that's when I went on a Scooby search hunt for bad reviews.
Right.
I clicked the bad review and I find this review that I sent to Sean, to the president, to the newspaper, and to Athena.
Yeah.
And the review basically went like this. I'm not pregnant, but my body thinks I'm pregnant. I've taken a bunch of pregnancy tests and now my period's late. I feel bloated. My nipples hurt. These supplements made me go crazy. Hi.
I want to know like the reason why. Like,
and all the other ones were like, I feel good. I have energy. Da, 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 da.
I wonder if it's dependent on like what if it's giving your body something that like
it needs.
Or that you already have enough of, or like something like that.
I'm sure if this ever went viral, there would be 100 experts telling me I'm a fucking idiot. And because you can't take from a certified holistic nutritionist outlook, when I look back on it, which I only do dumb shit on myself, like I'm the experiment.
Right.
I found RGR by doing it.
Yeah.
Well, with these supplements, what it is, and from a scientific background, I would say all of the things I'm taking have hormones in them.
Correct.
So if you think about like hormone replacement therapy, and this is a natural supplement, the cervix, the fallopian tubes of these, even though they're really healthy animals, have progesterone in them, has all these things in them. I don't know what animals, you know,
yeah.
I don't want to.
We don't want to know, actually.
I actually am so grossed out that I took that of an animal, to be quite honest with you. But whatever. But I think something went down with that. Now, here's the other shittery of your sister. Now that I got my period, now that I'm not taking them, now I'm going to be fucking afraid. Okay, last month what it was my tubes grew back.
So what are you saying?
Like now I'm afraid because from after Lukey Bear and even after having hormonal shit and then healing myself again and again and again in the last 6 years, 10 years, I'm like, what if last month was the weirdness of it was I grew tubes back?
It could be.
Like this period has not been painful at all.
Is it normally?
Usually, because I have no tubes, I've talked to you about this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like aliens are coming out of my body.
So maybe.
So that, do you understand what I'm doing to myself right now? Like, should Sean pull out? Like I'm 12 again?
Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering.
Is there a way, like, what do you get? Like an ultrasound to see if they grew back? Like, how do you know if they grew back?
I think that would be the only way to know.
If you get pregnant?
No, to get an ultrasound.
Oh, okay.
Like I would have to.
I'm saying, is there like an external way to know, like for
that
sure?
Your tubes are back?
Yeah.
No. Because I still have my ovaries. I still get a period. I still ovulate. So it's not like I can piss on a stick and it's like, oh, you're ovulating. Yeah, no shit, I'm ovulating.
Right.
You get it?
I do. I mean, my mind is like,
Fuck.
My mind is like, is there a way you can see like how many like inches away it is so you know like how much time you've got like before you need to like start protecting or something? I don't know. Because like, how close are we talking? Like, did they grow at all? Because if they grew a little bit,
then I'm fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how far back do they need to grow? Because then we can get like a rate per year that they've grown and then like do the math from there. Like, they've grown 0.5 centimeter a year. Okay, in 3 years, they'll be like connected again. Is that what's going to happen?
That's what I'm saying.
So is there a way we can find out?
I think I have to go to a big pharma doctor.
Well,
do an ultrasound.
That's what needs to be done.
Just to see what's going on. I actually asked around like for gynos, and I think I'm going to come to Miami, so I'll just have to put it on the roster. You know, I don't go to the doctor.
Maybe they're
but I get
on
blood
the
work
verge.
in labs. But I would like to know, like, do I have tubes? What's going on with them?
I think it's a good thing to know, honestly.
Especially because I have so much sex.
I think for peace of mind for yourself and just like...
Because I just want everyone listening to know, and I know I already said this, but if 1 in 200 women grow their tubes back and have successful pregnancies, I have zero doubt that I will be 43 and pregnant. Because when I was 22 to 30, to God be the glory, if Sean blinked at me the right way, I was pregnant. And with all the supplements that I take and how well I take care of my body, if any bitch is growing them back, it's my ass. I asked my doctor when she took them out, I said, did any of your patients get pregnant? She said, actually, it was someone that was your age and she got pregnant in her 40s. And it's what happens is, like, if you get your tubes out at like 39, chances of you growing them back and getting pregnant, you're going to be like 50, 51. It's not happening. You're in menopause. But if you're 30 and I'm not going through menopause till 45, my ass is growing fucking tubes.
Honestly, yeah.
So how do you like that story time, guys? It has all the recipes that you want to hear. It's the tea, it's the discharge, it's the sex, it's the tubes, it's the pregnancy tests. All right. I thought I grew my fucking tubes back, and I'm very well
went through.
And then I
4
thought,
to 5 pregnancy
Wait,
tests.
the other thing I forgot to tell everyone is I had a dream that I was pregnant with twins, and that's what fucking made me think I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I was ovulating with blood.
Yeah.
I looked it up. They're like, that's a good sign of pregnancy. Or fertile, whatever, not pregnancy. And then I had a dream because my mind was like racing about this, that I had twins. And then I told her that story.
And I was like, are twins even like in our family? She was like, no. Like, they're not, but
then I got thinking, I'm like, well, if I'm taking the ovaries of fucking grass-fed cows from New Zealand, like maybe I'm having a double effect. Guys, imagine I gave birth to a cow. No, that's impossible. But like...
You just delivered a baby calf. They like do your ultrasound and they're like, there's hooves in here.
4 legs. No, and that's the other thing. It's like, it's also high risk. It's also like when you have your tubes out, it's usually ectopic pregnant. Like all these things are coming up on fucking Google. Like I might as well just die tomorrow. And then Sean's all chill. He's like, yeah, let's have another baby. Then I was like, oh, he would have another baby with me? Of course you'd fucking have another baby with me. I'm the best.
And you're thinking about like this child that could be growing like in your lungs.
I'm thinking, where are we going to put it? I'm out of this like, and Sean's like, we would just figure it out like we did every other one. And then I'm looking at Luke, who's 6, but like going on 12. And I'm like, diapers again? Like in my mind, you're having the next baby.
Yeah.
You and Yanni. Like it's like not me.
Factory's closed.
I think I should. I think, guys, that we just talked me through it. I think I need to go to the doctor.
I think that you need to find out if there's been any growth
of my tubes.
At what rate has this
what
growth
does
occurred?
The cervix look like?
Just what's going on, because I just feel like,
so I need to go to a regular gynecologist appointment and then tell them my concern.
Yeah. And then don't let them gaslight you into being like, it's
fuck
fine.
That.
And then
find out what's going on with the tubes.
Find out what's going on.
Because
then you know. Because I think we're just such overthinkers, and like we're so in tune.
So
with our
fucking in tune to our body. We know which side our egg is dropping.
So like I think you need to like know, okay, like this is what's happening.
So let's recap. Last month, all that happened, 45 days, whatever. And obviously my ring. And then now I'm using natural cycles, even though I can't get pregnant. But natural cycles knew exactly when my period was going to come. That motherfucker. So good. Natural cycles. Download the fucking app. Anyway, I had that weird month. Yeah. This period that I'm on right now was the easiest period I've ever had. No cramps. It's heavier, really weird. But that's why I'm like, wait a minute. Because here's what happens when you have your tubes out, besides the whole episode I want to do on how it fucked me up hormonally, your periods are so painful because the egg just basically, not to gross everyone out, but we're here now, just drops out of you. Yeah. Like there's no fallopian tubes for it to be like, dee, 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 dee. It just like
take its merry way down.
So your periods are like fucking painful and very heavy. Well, this month, not painful, not heavy. Are they back? We don't know. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for the journey of if the fallopian tubes are back in business.
You need to story time this. Jackie was pregnant, or she grew her tubes.
We thought Jackie was pregnant for 30 days.
That time we thought Jackie was pregnant for 30 days, but she has no tubes. serial killers.
Honestly, if anyone who's listening to this has been through this, or like you don't have
gosh.
your tubes, like
Yeah.
I want to hear, like, have you guys ever had this type of experience happen? Or
did you have a baby after getting
like did your
tubal
tubes
ligation?
grow back? Like what happened there? Because
even if your husband was snipped and you had a baby, like tell us your story.
I know I'm always like very fascinated by those type of stories, because it's like, again, you really have no way to know that.
And naturally being who I am as a health coach, I was like, you know what, Lord, if you're going to have my tubes grow back and I have this healthy baby, then I'm just going to help women grow their tubes back. I said that to her. I was like, RGR, grow the tubes.
Or like, wait, it'd be like fallopian tube
reset.
Yeah.
Fucking fallopian tubes.
Resetting my fallopian tubes and growing them back after being cut for 8 years.
Yeah. So that's our whole story time. I hope you enjoyed it. At the expense of me.
At the expense of 3 to 4 weeks of us being unwell.
If my period is late next month and I'm not taking the fucking pills, I'm pregnant. And the tubes are back.
Honestly, like, I wouldn't be shocked.
I guess we'll see. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.
We'll keep you guys posted on if the fallopians enter their way back into the chat. I feel like
I've made peace with it, though. Like, because of last month, I'm like, well, fuck it. If I get pregnant, I get pregnant.
Yeah, you already went through the whole mental.
No, I would totally have another baby. It would be better if I waited for you to have a baby, though. So if I knew I had tubes, I would just be really careful until you got married, and then we would get pregnant together. I would be like the old Courtney pregnancy.
Yeah.
And we would just put our bellies together.
Little bumps.
That would be
little
fun.
Touching bumps.
Yeah. Yanni will be like 25 and married, and I'm getting pregnant again. I did the math today.
Yeah.
He'll be 18 and I'll be 41.
What math did you do? What is this math?
When he becomes a man. When he's 18. What, do you think I did math of having a baby?
No. I was like, what's happening when you're 41? You're saying
he's 18.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I was saying. I was like, what math did you do?
I'm like a baby at 41.
You are.
Like, are you kidding me?
You're an infant.
I'm showing you how young 40-year-olds are right now.
I don't think 40-year-olds are old.
You think 50-year-olds are old?
I think old is it's relative.
I think that when I'm 50, you'll think it's young because you're going to see that I'm still young.
I don't think about age.
I know. I don't either. It is just a number. But I will tell you this. I'm at the age now that I can see who... You either look younger than you are or you look like shit. There's no
I'm also really bad at guessing people's ages. So like
Sean
when you
is the
send me
worst.
someone and you're like, how old does this person look? I'm like, I don't know.
Because now I'm seeing people, not to be mean, but I'm going to be real, that on like Facebook that I went to high school with, and I screenshot her a picture and I'm like, how old does she fucking look?
And I'm like, I don't know.
And I'm like, she looks 50 and she's my age.
I feel like there's so many different variations of like how you look at ages.
Yeah, so let's unfold this on Storytime. So you have the women who got way too much Botox that are my age. That I feel like that those ones are really throw you off because you're not sure if they're 60, 57 or 37.
Right.
So much filler.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. Then you have the ones that are like 27 that don't take care of their skin.
Yeah.
That I think are my age or older.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? With like the lines everywhere.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? Me, who I was talking to one of my favorite clients the other day about this. She knows who she is if she's listening. Yeah. And we were saying part of the reason I said you say this is how I carry myself and dress too. Like I don't dress like, well, okay, Miami people are cool.
Oh, you're saying like for being like 36.
If you threw me into the pickup line that I don't go in because I homeschool my kids with my sleeve in my I don't co-parent baggy fitted shirt with my chunky New Balances that you tell me to buy.
Yeah.
I'm not dressing like a teenager, but I'm not.
No, I know what you mean.
Do you get it?
I do.
Explain it if you can.
I mean, I feel like it's about the persona that you like give off. Yeah. So it's, it's not just like your face. That's why I feel like it's hard for me to go just based off face.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just an overall vibe.
So am I just immature?
No, I don't think it's immature. I just think that but I think it also depends on like what the norm is at that age, at that time.
True.
So like what are normal 50-year-olds looking like right now versus what they looked like 30 years ago is not the same whatsoever. So I feel like it's also based on that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like styles have changed and like
because there's boring 20-year-olds.
I feel like what people are doing at that age has also changed too.
Right.
Like I feel like now it's like cool and like people are I don't want to say gaining more respect, but they're realizing that like you can still do all the same things at 50 or whatever. Whereas I feel like it wasn't a thing back then. It was like,
I mean, 30-year-olds looked like 100 back to like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
feel like it's so, who cares?
It's relative.
It's it's all.
I'm always going to tell, I hate people that are, they don't want to say their age.
That's like, so,
like what? Like, bitch, I'm 37, and when I'm 40, I'm like, I'm 40.
I don't know. It's also because I'm literally
The see you next Tuesday when she turned 40, like, lost her mind. And I think that only happens to people who have so much regret and just fucking suck at life.
Yeah.
Because I like every year, I'm not saying that I'm not going to be like, whoa, 40.
Yeah.
But like I look at every year, like God gave me another year. My kids got another year older. I'm still hot. Like, thank you, God. Like,
yeah.
There's air in my lungs. Like I'm jumping out of airplanes. I literally get off calls with my clients and love my life. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the world we live in now, fortunately, I think, at least for me, seeing people that are double my age or I guess even triple my age actually too, doing and having conversations about things that like we talk about is like so empowering. Yeah. Because I feel like a while ago, I don't know when, like 40 years ago, that it wasn't like that. It was like taboo. Like when you get older, you don't talk about certain things or you don't do certain things. You don't dress certain ways.
Yeah.
Is this Sean? Hello, say hi to the podcast.
All right, we're down here. If you can please let us in. Mark's throwing up all over your parking garage.
Mark?
Yeah.
All right, we're coming.
All right, well, that episode is over. My son Mark is throwing up all over the parking garage.
Mark's puking, so
he gets car sick. So that's a wrap, guys. I hope you liked this week's story time. Leave us a review. Age is just a number. Bye.
Jackie was almost pregnant. I was almost an aunt.
And I grew my tubes.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.